Hello guys, welcome back to TFD. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Man oh man, what a roller coaster that was. The Fever squeaked this one out by just a single point. Honestly, it wasn't always pretty. There were stretches where it was flat out ugly. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and Indiana desperately needed it. They were trying to avoid the sweep from the Sparks, and they finally got it done. We'll break down some of the key plays in a second, but let's just start here. The Sparks coughed up the ball 22 times. That's right, 22 turnovers. The Fever turned those mistakes into 23 points, and honestly, that's the game right there. Odyssey Sims? Ice cold in the clutch. She knocked down some big-time shots when it mattered most. And Lexie? She drilled a huge 3 late that kept the Fever alive, even though she and Natasha Howard were struggling all night, combining to go just 3 for 15 from the floor. That one shot, though? Massive. Kelsey Mitchell wasn't super efficient either, just 5 of 14 for 12 points. But Aaliyah Boston, oh my goodness, that's how you lead. 11 of 18, monster double-double with 22 points and 11 boards. Angel Reese, hope you're watching. That's how you pair a double-double with a win. And again, Sims was the unsung hero. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists in 33 minutes. Without her, there's no way Indiana survives this one. But let me say this. If the Fever would have lost tonight, the conversation would be completely different. Chloe Bibby was cleared to play, yet didn't get a single minute. Makayla Timpson, another young athletic piece? 0 minutes as well. At this point, it's like those two are stuck in witness protection. I don't get it. The Indiana Fever finally decided to lock in on defense tonight. And you know what? I've got to do it again. I've got to give Coach Stephanie White her flowers. I'm not even going to lie, before the game I was begging, please, just have this team play some defense. And tonight, they actually showed up. Held this team under 80 points, forced turnover after turnover. It was wild. By the time the third quarter was rolling, they were already up to nearly 20 giveaways. That's insane. By the end of it, 22 turnovers in total, and the Fever cashed those mistakes in for 23 points. That's the ballgame right there. Stephanie White, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This is what we've been asking for all season. A defensive identity. And tonight, it showed. Now, I've got to call somebody out real quick, Natasha Howard. I saw you out there jacking up that corner 3. No, don't do it. Never again. I don't care what the situation is. Stop shooting 3s. Period. Stick to your game, because that's not it. But hey, overall, this was one of those nights where the Fever finally played the way we know they can. They hustled, they defended, and they made the other team uncomfortable every single possession. And before we dive into the rest of the breakdown, can we talk about Caitlin Clark? She is out here getting treated like LeBron James. The whistles, the attention, the physicality, it's wild. Every single possession, it feels like she's got a target on her back, and somehow, she just keeps battling. Let's just stop and take a look at this, man. Anybody out here acting like this is about anybody else, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. This is all because of one person, and that person's name is Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. She's out here getting treated like LeBron James. Like Magic Johnson in his prime. Look around, look at that crowd. That's not a normal crowd, that's a straight-up mob of people. Folks are pushing, shoving, trying to get close. I swear, it looks like she's about to start crowd surfing out there. That's how insane it is. And listen, don't play with me. You can keep living in fantasy land if you want, but this ain't happening because of anybody else. Stop lying to yourself. This is Caitlin Clark's world, and everybody else is just living in it. And man, tell me that didn't look like Michael Jackson in his prime. Tell me that didn't feel like watching Michael Jordan walk into an arena. That's the level of legendary we're talking about. This isn't regular, this is GOAT level. This is history in the making. Now, some of y'all were probably wondering where the Fever crowd was at tonight. Well, let me tell you, they showed up. They showed up in a big way. Half the arena felt like a home game for Indiana. I mean, at times, it was louder than the last Fever home game back in Indiana. That's how crazy it was. Everywhere you looked, Caitlin Clark jerseys, Fever shirts, people screaming her name. And of course, after the game, there she was doing what she always does, signing autographs, taking care of the fans. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. This wasn't just a basketball game. This was a spectacle. This was living proof of what star power looks like. Let's take a look at this, y'all. Oh, SpaghettiOs. You already know what time it is. The GOAT is on the way back. Caitlin Clark is on the way back, baby. Now, let's jump into this game real quick. Out in LA, the spotlight was bright, and once again, Caitlin Clark was out there getting treated like LeBron James. LeBron James, y'all. The way the cameras follow her, the way the crowd reacts, this isn't normal. This is superstar-level energy. She's walking into arenas and the entire vibe changes. It feels less like a regular season WNBA game and more like an event, like a show. And tonight in LA? Yeah, that was no different. Caitlin Clark, the moment, the energy, the effect, it's all real. And trust me, the GOAT is only getting started. Aaliyah Boston, oh my goodness. I love it. 22 and 11, 6 steals for assists. What? That's what I'm talking about. That's how you set the tone. She started off a little shaky. Yeah, the whole team did. They jumped out on us 7-0 and I said, oh no, here we go again. Please not another one of those games. But then we locked in. We turned them over, got some stops, and let Aaliyah cook. And like I've been saying, when Aaliyah Boston decides she's going to dominate, there's nothing anyone can do. Nothing. Cameron Brink? Too light. Dearica Hamby? Too small. Azure Stevens? Nope, too easy. Once Aaliyah planted herself in that paint, it was over. You could see it clear as day. That's beast mode. That's the Aaliyah Boston we've been waiting for. Odyssey Sims, I've got to hand it to you too. You were the spark tonight. You ever been out late, come home groggy, and the only thing that saves you is that morning pick-me-up? That was Odyssey Sims for us. Bucket after bucket after bucket. 21 points, 6 boards, 3 dimes. Lefty runner, push shot, whatever she wanted, it was falling. Couldn't stop it. Now Kelsey Mitchell off night. 5 for 14, only 12 points. And honestly, she's not getting any respect from the refs. She goes to the rim, gets hacked, no whistle. Same story every night. The officiating for the Fever? Horrible. I saw Sydney Colson's tweet about it, and she's right, it's ridiculous. But hey, Kelsey has carried us the last 5 games. 22, 25, 30, 30. One off night. I'm not jumping on her. Ariel Powers, though, I like what I'm seeing. Aggressive, attacking, defending, bringing energy. I'm cool with her sticking around. But then man, Chloe Bibby, Makayla Timpson, no minutes again? Make it make sense. And Natasha Howard, look, I've got to keep it real. 1 for 8 in 30 minutes? 5 points. I don't know why we keep forcing her so many minutes. Outside of one nice spin move, she was bad. Real bad. Cut her minutes, simple as that. Now defensively, this was the best we've looked in a long time. Rakia Jackson? Locked up. 3-4, 10 from the field. Kelsey Plum? Just 12 points. Dearica Hamby? Only 11 and 7. That's what I call defense. Yes, Azure Stevens got loose for 17, but guess who was guarding her? Natasha Howard. Exactly. Still, this was team defense. This was fight. This was grit. And it matters because these are the games that decide playoff spots. 2 straight wins against teams trying to steal our spot? That's big-time basketball. With this, we're likely sitting in the 6th seed, maybe staring down the dream in the first round. And honestly, bring on whoever. Dream, Aces, Liberty, it don't matter. If Caitlin Clark is on that court, anybody can get it. I'm telling you now. I'm proud of this team tonight. They fought, they scrapped, they didn't fold. Stephanie White, I'll give you your credit. You brought the defense finally. I still don't get why Odyssey Sims has the green light, but Caitlin Clark sometimes doesn't. But that's a conversation for another day. This was a hell of a win. Aaliyah Boston, beast mode. Odyssey Sims, clutch. Fever defense, locked in. We needed it and we got it. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
So the Indiana Fever come into here after losing 3 of those